So, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tariq Shash. I'm the Deputy Executive Director of MSMEA, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency. I'm really delighted to be with you today, and of course, being with such amazing, successful entrepreneurs in Egypt is something filling me with very positive energy and optimism about the future of Egypt. Your project represents a good future for this country. So I'm really honored to be here today. I want to give you two things: a brief about MSMEA and a little focus about our recent program for venture capital for supporting the innovation in Egypt. So MSMEA was established in 2017 to replace the Social Fund for Development. And Social Fund for Development was established in 1991. So MSMEA carry with it more than 30 years of accumulated experience in development. The mandate of MSMEA is to develop micro, small, medium enterprise and entrepreneurship in Egypt. This is not an easy task. It's very sophisticated because the micro and small and medium enterprise represent more than 95 of the number of enterprises in Egypt. So we are talking about the whole private sector. And this sector intersecting with many governmental bodies in Egypt. And the coordination is the key word in our work to support this sector to grow. And this is mainly why MSMEA was established directly under the cabinet of Egypt. The board of directors is headed by the Prime Minister, and the board includes many concerned ministries, including Minister of Planning, Minister of International Cooperation, Minister of Trade and Industry, Minister of Local Development, and Minister of Youth, in addition to experts in the fields. As I said, MSMEA has a large mandate, and actually we reach that we have two roles to play. One related to the policy and strategies development and upgrading the ecosystem, including the legal and regulatory framework. And the other is related to providing services to our clients, either direct or through intermediaries. If you can, please, next for the presentation. Next, please. Okay. So, if we talk about the part of ecosystem, one thing I want to focus on is the issuing of Law 152. The Law 152 is a new law for SME development, and the objective of this law is to boost that sector. The law already includes many chapters. One thing is related to the definitions. How we define micro, how we define small, how we define medium, how we define entrepreneurship. What is accelerator, what is incubator. This is very important. The second thing was the incentives. The law gave a lot of incentive for these enterprises. Part of that is tax incentives. This includes reduced customs. This includes the exemption of capital gain tax for equipment sold and replaced by new equipment. Exemption for the tax for land registration if you buy land. Many tax incentive and also other incentive, non-tax incentive like reduced price of land, easy way for paying the land cost, participating in training, participating in exhibition. Also, the law focus in a very important issue related to Egypt, with encourage formalizing the informal sector and easing the process for issuing the formal document for the project through the one-stop shop mechanism. Next, please. Our services in MSMEA cover the whole project lifecycle, which means that we can serve our clients even if they don't yet have any idea about the project they want to do. So we can help them in the project ideation phase. By that, we offer some kind of training to help them to identify one idea that suits his ability and his financial resources. Then we can move with him in the initiation, where we also support him by entrepreneurship training called Start Your Business. They learn marketing, management, finance, business planning, and this stage it ends by establish a business plan and a business model. During that, we can support him by providing information about where he can get the machinery, the raw material, information about the markets, and also we have a mentorship system certified by the UNIDO, and all our programs are certified by ILO, the program related to the entrepreneurship skills. If they want to go more, we will help through the one-stop shop and start to assist him in issuing all the formal documents, the commercial registry, the tax card, the license, and at that stage he is ready to establish the project and start the operation. If he needs money, we have also a lot of financial products. We have conventional debt, lending, we have Islamic product, we have also leasing and factor products, and finally, and the most recent thing is venture capital, and this is one thing I will focus more at the end because it's the most relevant to this session. We continue with our clients even after that to expand their enterprises, providing marketing services. So we have our local and international exhibition where they can sell their product. We have certain section in the famous commercial chains like Carrefour and others, special section for SME products so they can sell there. We also help them to register in the public procurement gate where they can or they become a registered supplier for the government, and the government actually represent a big marketing opportunity for them because government needs yearly is something really big. Also, we help them in exporting by training. We also have some digital marketing. We have a kind of memorandum of understanding with Amazon and Jumia so they can help them to sell their product through these platforms. So all kind of services this is a non-financial service. Let me go back for the venture capital specifically. Yes, as you see, startup is different. And all what I said really may fit to a small and medium or micro enterprise, but for startup, it's a different thing. And this is why we established our VC program. This program is started 1 year and a half ago. And it is one of the very successful projects. It is funded by the World Bank, and they consider it the most successful in the region. They already run this program in 7 or 8 countries. This program in Egypt is the best. Why is that? The program amounts to 50 million US dollar. In 1 year, we were able to commit 70% of this money to venture capital fund. The program target 300 startups, and already 70% of that already achieved or in the process. The most important thing in this program also that it attracts foreign investment. The 50 million will attract 500 million foreign investment from international organizations. Also, the objective of this program is to grow the ecosystem by availing more funds and by training fund managers, especially new fund managers. We have 6 new fund managers will be financed through this program already. We already agreed or approved to finance 10 funds. 6 of them considered local, and 6 of them considered existing fund manager, and 4 new fund managers. And 8 of those funds are local funds, 2 are international funds. So this will avail more money, more qualified people to serve startup, because startup in Egypt, we are ranked as the highest in Africa regarding the number of transactions, and we are the second in MENA region also regarding the number of transactions, and the third in terms of the value of those transactions. So this is a promising field. This is why we focus more on that field, and we try to grow the ecosystem as a whole. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Tariq, for your presentation and taking us and talking to us about MSMEA. Thank you. I would like now to invite Mr. Haytham Nassar, founder and CEO of Cassar, to give us a short presentation, a 5-minute one, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. And I'll start with Cassar, what we're trying to solve for. We're trying to solve for the limited access to the working capital financing for the micro and nano enterprises here in Egypt. In terms of figures, the gap is crazy, and based on the official reports, the unmet financing for the micro and nano enterprises is around 1 trillion Egyptian pound per year. And the current banking system, even with the microfinancing institutions, only cover from 2 to 4% from the needed financing. So it's a huge gap, and the root cause is to get the access, you must have what we call a financial identity. What is the financial identity? In order to be able to build your financial identity or to get the access, you must have some sort of collaterals. Collaterals means some legal documents like commercial registry and tax card and so on and so forth, and also some financial data like your historical data and your business plan. So for the micro and nano enterprises, and as Sir you mentioned, the 95% of the private sector is micro and nano and small enterprise, and most of them are informal. So they don't have collaterals, and even they don't have the capacity to build their historical financials and their business plan. So Cassar is trying to be a CFO for the micro and nano enterprises. So we're trying to give them the access to the working capital and build their solid financial identity for them. However, adapting to a software to run their bookkeeping, to run their cash flow, to run their sales, it's very tough because they are not a tech savvy segment. So we started with the hook, which is the most painful point for them, which is access to the working capital. So we're giving them access to working capital. And we built our model based on 3 different pillars. The first one is the product design itself. So we're serving the uncovered or unserved micro and nano enterprises, and they don't have enough financial literacy. So we designed our product around that. So we're giving them a very small and very short working capital facility. Very small, it's capped by $500. Very short means the maximum tenor is 30 days, and it's working capital. So we're not giving cash, it's a product. You need working capital for a new project, we're giving you product. There is the first pillar. A second pillar, our data science products, and now we have two different products. The first one is what we call it the fraud prediction algorithm, and the second one is the underwriting algorithm. But our main focus for the first phase was the fraud prediction algorithm, because giving a very short loan, the default event is coming from either a business who's struggling or a fraud event. The 30 days tenor doesn't have enough much room for the business to struggle. So our main focus for the first phase is to eliminate the fraud. That's why our main focus was the fraud prediction algorithm. This is the second pillar, which is the data science. The third pillar is what we call it the network effect. So the microfinancing, when it started 40 or 50 years ago in Bangladesh, started with the network pressure. So we're using the network effect as an alternative for the collaterals, then building the financial identity for our customers. So how is that? We're acting as a mediator between the wholesalers, the small wholesalers, and the small retailers. What is the profile of the wholesaler? The wholesaler is running a very small business. His turnover around 1 million Egyptian pound. He's just having one warehouse in a specific zone, serving tens to hundreds of retailers around the warehouse. 60% of the requests for the wholesaler from his base is asking to get the product on credit. And he's running a very tight margin business. His business is between 2 to 3%. He can't fulfill that demand. So we're acting as a mediator. We're giving him the tool to sell on credit using our balance sheet. Earlier is working for us as an acquisition channel, so he's acquiring for us from his merchant base, and also he's working for us as a KYC agent. So he's getting us the best next layer. So using the 3 different pillars, the product design, the data science, and the network compression, we managed to grow from just 1 wholesaler in August 2020. Now we're having 500 wholesalers everywhere in Egypt in 24 different cities. Some of them are big accounts, by the way. We're having Henkel and Coca-Cola in our portfolio. And we're having now 15,000 retailers everywhere in Egypt. And we're running transactions using our platform on a monthly basis with $10 million. So far it's been a good journey, and we're aiming to attract more and more of our micro and nano enterprises and start running their life, running their bookkeeping, running their cash flow, using our service as well to empower them to build their financial identity, to have a solid financial identity. Thank you. It's less than 5 minutes, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haytham. And now we move on to Mr. Omar Hassan Salim, Business Development, Investments and Expansion Executive at Simplex CNC, to give us an idea about Simplex in 5 minutes, please. Thank you.
Next, please. A great man once said, the true way to increase productivity is to better administrate man and machine. Next. We are Simplex CNC. we are a high quality CNC machines manufacturer, and on the other hand, we build a high quality man that can operate those machines. Next. CNC, next, CNC is a computer numerical control machine. Those machines can cutting, drilling, drawing, and several materials, such wood, acrylic, and so on, also the metal materials. So therefore, they included, involved, for many industries in the market. Next. So, Simplex is a gateway for someone who needs to start a profitable industrial business or a workshop that needs to produce small pieces with the same quality. Even a factory that are looking for a mass production. Next. So our journey with the customer starts from the day one he's thinking about the business. We provide him a pre-sales support such as feasibility study, customization for his machine. And during the manufacturing process for customer machine, we train him about how to use those machines and how to manage his business. Absolutely, after we deliver the machine, we provide after sales support, maintenance, and spare parts, and so on. Next. So this successful stories is not only limited to small or startups. It's also with the big names in the manufacturing industry in Egypt. Next. Next also, yeah. Over the last decade, and by delivering 1,700 machines, we made more than 8,000 decent job opportunities, and by 20,000 training hours, we offered more than 5,000 business minds. Next. So, absolutely, after all this journey, we're looking for the market, and we know that markets still need our machines and our solutions. So we have a market like a metal market. It's growth with 18%. Next. A wood market growing with 7% in Egypt. It's the largest one in the MENA region. So we're looking to those numbers as a great opportunity. Next. So we also looking to export. We exported more than 20 machines to different 13 countries in Africa and Middle East. Next. And we see Africa still need more of our machines and our awareness and our training. And a market like Saudi Arabia, this market is growing fast. So we're planning to expand to Saudi Arabia, inshallah, with the end of this year. Next. Also next. One of our best technologies is IoT technology. This IoT technology is a sensor installed in our machine that allow the customer control his machine via mobile app. It shows a lot of information like operating hours, also the machine temperature. But the best part of this technology is the IoT system can expect the error before it's happened. So our maintenance team can move faster than the error to our customers. Next. Thanks for our exclusive technology. Schneider Electric, Hypertherm, HSD, and Hertz. Turkey. Next. Absolutely, we made the hard equation in competition. A China price with a high quality European machines. Next. Today, Simplex is planning to build a new CNC factory, not just the largest in the MENA region, but also the most sustainable factory. The factory running with 70% of the green energy. Surrounded with a green belt that can reduce emission. The factory will provide more than 500 decent jobs and capacity with 1,500 machines a month. Next. So it's a pleasure to mention that Flat6 Labs and Basharia, MSMEA, is the first entity that adopts our ideas and believed in our ideas and minds. So they invested not just the money, it's also invested time, knowledge, and advisory to make Simplex the CNC machine market leaders. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Omar, for your presentation. And moving to the last and final presentation for the day, Mr. Fuad Salim, founder and CEO of EduPay, to give us an idea about it. In 5 minutes, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Fuad Salim, CEO and founder of EduPay. Next, please. If you are a parent, you know how scary the topic of education is. As a parent, we pay almost 30% from our annual income for a single child tuition. This translates into a hassle of collection, a lack of liquidity, and loss of potential market share for the education institution. Next, please. We solve all of these problems by using our mobile app. We are helping all the educational seekers and parents and educational institutions that they can. First, we can search for the education that you are looking for, and you got all the information and tuition fees for all the tuition fees, and you can have to check your loans if you have a loan and calculate it by the flexible financing and options. And finally, you can track and apply for them. Next, please. We are aiming to not to be a just a service. We aim to be an agent of change. As the next 3 years, we are aiming to add other financial services like debt management and insurance services, rating system, college fund, and digital and cashless environment. Next, please. The flexible financing and access to information that make us apart from the other competitors in the market. Next, please. This is how our business model works. Parents can apply directly to us. Education institution can join us in our network, and corporate can approach us to give the employees the education financial benefits. Our revenue comes from a commission from each loan we granted, admin fees from the parents who applied, and advertisement fees from the education institutions. And we have signed a partnership with eFinance MasterCard and eFinance MasterCard that they are giving us a commission from each transaction have been through us. Next, please. We have proudly helped more than 100 parents last month with over 2 million EduPay, and we signed 4 corporate deals worth 5.3 million, and we have doubled our financial partners, and we have doubled our network and education institutions for 14 schools. Next, please. The market is huge. It's worth 40 million USD, and so many people are facing a lot of difficulties in tuition fees. The parents of over than 30 million students. Next, please. We are aiming to help for the next 3 years, more than 100,000 parents, and we are gaining our own license in education and expanding in the MENA region and Gulf. Next, please. We are happy to have a great team that combine over 50 years of experience in financial management and investments and marketing, technology, and sales. Next, please. If you're happy and if you are passionate in making lives and future for education, please, let's make education more accessible together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fuad, and thank you all. We have now come to the close of the third day of ISDB Group Private Sector Forum. And over the last 3 days of the event, we've attracted over 100 speakers, more than 2,000 participants from over 70 countries. I hope that you all had a very fruitful conference and that you have enjoyed the discussions. And please do follow us on our social media accounts and channels to be updated on our events and activities, and we look forward to meeting you in our events for the future. Hope you all have safe travels. Thank you.
from beyond the sand dunes of time, where the ancient edifices of the Valley of the Kings, from the glorious civilization on the fertile banks of the River Nile. In the Arab Republic of Egypt, 57 member nations of the Islamic Development Bank Group are joining hands for yet another exhilarating international dialogue to spearhead post-pandemic recovery and invest in global nature-based solutions for building green economies where resilience and sustainability reign high. Under the patronage of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi of the Arab Republic of Egypt, the 2022 annual meetings of the Islamic Development Bank Group are convening ministers and policymakers from member countries, as well as hundreds of leading international players, for greater partnerships and more concerted efforts that pace up creating more equal opportunities, improving lives and livelihoods, and sustaining the planet and the future for all. Join us for 4 days of proactive deliberations at the 2022 annual meetings of the Islamic Development Bank Group, the 1st to the 4th of June 2022. Reach out